Hey guys, it's Rezo. So before I go any further with this update, just want to tell you guys that this footage you're watching right now is from Tales of Arise. It's from the first like 3-ish hours of the game, and as far as I'm gonna keep it, there shouldn't be anything in here that's super spoiler heavy or even spoilery in general. So if you're going to actually watch the footage, don't worry. There's nothing in here that should ruin your experience or spoil anything about the game for you, I don't think, unless you consider just seeing the game spoilers. Anyways, let's get to the update. So I went back and looked at my channel and realized I hadn't made one of these in like 4 or 5 months, which makes about sense considering how long it took me to finish 7, so I'm not too surprised. So let's talk about that, shall we? First things first. What's next? Kingdom Hearts 2. That's next. I'm starting it next week. Next week. Along with, doing that. So that's a big one. So Kingdom Hearts 2 is next. Besides that, I'm going to also have Golden Sun going, as I already have about 6 episodes of that recorded. I don't know how long Golden Sun is going to last, however. So I'm hoping it lasts a while. It probably won't, because even with what I'm planning to do, Golden Sun 1 is not a very long game. My really only goals for that is to obviously A, collect all the Jin, defeat the super boss, and B, at the level required to have all the skills for all the characters. Which I think Isaac maxes out and learns his final skill at like level 54. So that's as high as I'm gonna go. It's probably gonna be way too high for this game in general, but that's kind of the plan at the moment. Once KH2 is done, however, I'm taking a Kingdom Hearts break. And we'll go into what that might entail, because I don't really know what's gonna be coming up in that slot. I have ideas, but I don't really know yet. I have a few things in mind. I'm trying to make sure I keep like an action game and like an RPG, like a regular ass RPG in these slots, but I might have to start twisting that a little bit to make sure I always have 2 games. Once Golden Sun is done, depending on how this all works out for me, I'm not entirely sure how long it's going to take me. But depending on how long Golden Sun takes me to finish, my big plan is to go and do one of the new Diamond and Pearl remake games. Not sure which one I'll pick, but one of them. Pretty sure it'll be at least one of them. I'm not entirely sure which. If you have any preferences, please tell me. Comment section. Come on, help me out here. I'd like to know. So that's going to be next with that. Provided I finish it, provided that gets finished, and nothing stupid happens to me, I'll probably just jump in and start uploading my DQ11 playthrough that I've been working on behind the scenes. I already have, I think, 6 or 7 videos for that already recorded. So those are just going to be sitting there waiting. I'll probably continue working on it in the background because I find the game so fun, but by the time we even get to start that, those videos are going to be relatively old as far as when they were recorded and when you guys will eventually catch up, and they will no longer be past content that I created. So that's the list right now. That's the plan. Don't know if the plan's going to change. If you guys have any ideas for, say, a game to fill in that slot for Kingdom Hearts 2, please let me know. Right now, if I'm 100% honest with you, I've been eyeing the Dot Hack games, like Infection, Mutation, Outbreak, and Quarantine. I'm really eyeing those games, because once Kingdom Hearts 2's done, I'm not touching a Kingdom Hearts game for a while. So I think that might be the best opportunity to just pick up and just do all 4 of the Dot Hack games, because they're not that long. Even by my standards, they're not very long games. So that might be something I could do, actually finish them, because I've only played I've beaten Infection, I've gotten halfway through Mutation, so that could be interesting. So, you know what? I haven't talked about this in a bit because of reasons, but I'm going to talk about it now. You probably have noticed I don't stream anymore, or I haven't streamed in quite a long time. I don't know when was I don't even remember when my last stream was. It was a handful of months ago. There's a reason for it. My original intention was that by now I would have had all my equipment necessary to upgrade my rig, to upgrade my streaming setup, to have a really good, solid streaming setup with good video and good lighting and just really kill the whole streaming thing. And I'm planning to. It's been a long road on that one. I'm planning in the next week or so to have my lights. I already have a camera that's not a webcam. Next week or so, maybe a little more, I'll have the camera mount. I already have my capture device for capturing, for using it to stream my camera. And I even have new desktop upgrades I got to do at some point, which is like changing out the motherboard and putting in a baller new processor in it. I have so many things I got to do to get everything perfect. But right now, with the handful of things I got to do left, I should be back into the groove, streaming again. Not sure how I'm going to work that in. Don't know if I'm going to like stream and not upload those days, or should I be uploading earlier in the day and then stream. I got to really kind of figure that out. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. That's a lot of logistics there I want to work out. I don't want to just go into this without a plan. I don't mind jumping into shit, but I like to have an idea what I'm going to do. So let's talk about another big thing that some of you may or may not know. I don't do these videos often, as you can probably scroll through my channel and see. I only really do these when I absolutely have to. If you are interested in being in the community and knowing what's going on with me in my head, with game ideas, with just things that I work on and do at times, with the random times I ask for help or opinions, feel free, and I suggest you can do one of two things. You can follow me on Twitter, or you can join my Discord. I post regular updates on both of them about what I'm doing on a daily basis, about what content I'm working on, about if I decide to switch up what I upload that day, which does happen. You can easily find me and check me out there. I'll have a link in the description to my Discord, and if you want to follow me on Twitter, just look up Rezo Basso. Link in the description down below. Whew. Now, time for some other news many of you might not know. Did you know I do a podcast almost every single week? I do. I've been running a podcast of my very own for the last almost 2 years with my good buddy Christian, aka Cold Death, and another friend of mine named Jennifer, or Lady Sugar Cube. We run a podcast by the name of The Caffeinated Banter, and it is our gaming / news / shitpost sometimes podcast that we run every single week. If you're into podcast, please check it out. We talk about a very large slew of subjects almost every single week. It's a blast. I enjoy doing it. And the great thing about this show is that it's available everywhere. Are you an Apple person? You can find it on Apple Podcasts. Do you prefer Spotify? Our podcast is literally available on Spotify. Do you prefer to use Google? Yeah, you can find us on Google Podcasts too. Our podcast is located on almost any platform that you might be interested in listening to it on. So if you have any interest in checking out some really interesting sort of out of character content, even for me, that'd be the place to do it. I'll have a link in the description down to our Anchor page, which is where we primarily link to it. It's sort of the anchor where our podcast starts at, and it gets fed out to all the other platforms that our podcast is available on. Please, if you're interested, go check it out. It's been a blast doing, and I would certainly love more people to kind of get a glimpse into the madness that is the gaming industry from a trio and sometimes duo of rather weird perspectives. Sometimes it is a blast, and it's something that I'm very proud of. I'm very happy that this podcast has gone on so long. It has been an absolute treat to do, and I hope you guys will also come to enjoy it as well. And we'll get into some other things I have in mind. So let's talk about ideas, shall we? Because God knows I have a ton of them. So one of the things I've been super motivated by is some things that I've seen other YouTubers do. People like Maximilian Dude, people like Make G-Wolf, believe it or not. These people do inspire me. I do see a lot of the cool and interesting things they come up with, and it inspires me to kind of take those ideas and do something with them. And one of the things I'm interested in doing is having a series or a handful of series that aren't super reliant on me updating them always. You know, like when I do a playthrough of like 7, right? That requires I finish it, right? It's not necessarily episodic. I can't just, one video doesn't stand on its own. It's all very much tied together. But I want to have a couple of things on the channel that are very much their own thing, where I can update them whenever I feel like it. They can be something I maybe do once a week or whenever I'm able to, similar to like when G-Wolf did like Spelunky, right? You know, that kind of thing. Or like Subnautica. A game I was personally really thinking about was Hades, because I own it and I haven't played it, and I think that would be something that would be unique and interesting, or at least something I could have on the channel that wouldn't necessarily be what I've already been doing, and it wouldn't require me to put so much attention into. Because believe it or not, JRPGs require me to kind of focus on them. So having something that I can kind of pick up whenever I please and not focus on it would be perfect. So if you have any ideas for that, or if that's something you're interested in, please let me know. Right now, I'm looking at Hades as being the big one. I kind of want to try Subnautica because I got that for free off of PlayStation. I actually own that now, so that might be something I could do as well. And if you have any other ideas, please, like again, let me know. I'm always listening. Also, did you guys know I do co-commentaries? You probably didn't. I didn't announce them. I think I uploaded like one trailer telling you guys that I was working on them, or it was a teaser for what I was working on. I work with my buddy Hauser over on Cape Japes, and we are doing a co-commentary of the Devil May Cry games as he's playing through them, and it has been a blast to do, and I would really like it if you guys would go check those videos out. They are a blast to create, and we have so much fun making them. As it stands right now, we've actually done commentaries for Devil May Cry 1 and 2 completely, and we are in the midst of eventually finishing Devil May Cry 3. And we're not done there, as we have Devil May Cry 4, DMC Devil May Cry, which I'll be the one playing that one, and Devil May Cry 5. Actually, on this channel, all those games are playlisted here, if you want to watch those. Because I'm in them, and it's me, and we have a great time. So check them out. I will have the list, I will have the playlists in the description as well for each of the games. So feel free to give those a look. Those were an absolute fucking blast to do, and I'm super happy he's let me kind of take that role on the channel. That channel has become like a weird hodgepodge of a lot of my really good friends all coming together and just playing or just commenting over fucking video games. And it is a fucking blast. Check that shit out. Goodness. I've had to do a lot today, didn't I? Fuck. So, before I wrap this update up, what do you guys want to see? What are some games that you think would work, not work? Would you guys want to see me do Nier again? I know I did Automata, but I have Gestalt, you know, I have Replicant. Would those be things you'd want to see? Would you want to see me do both? Are there other action games you'd want to see me do? Would a Tales game work? Like Tales of Berseria, maybe? Tales of Vesperia, perhaps? I could say Tales of Symphonia, but we'll get into why I'm not someday. But someday I'll do Tales of Symphonia. Probably not Tales of Arise. Not yet, at least. But if you have other ideas, let me know. Other JRPGs you want to see me do? Anything, really. For real, guys. Like, you guys are the reason this continues, aside from my own personal neuroticism. So if you guys have ideas or things that you really do want to see, or that you want to see continue, or old series that you kind of wish I brought back, I know some of you were fans of my Legend of Dragoon playthrough. I see you. Don't think I don't see you. That is coming. I don't know when, because I have so many things I need to get done, but I will be doing that at some point. So yeah, that's been, Jesus, there's so much, isn't there? You don't think about it until now. But did you guys know that if I don't count the Devil May Cry stuff, or like one-off stuff, I've done about 18 playthroughs on this channel to date? Do you have any idea how many more that was? How many more that is compared to what I did in the past? It's ridiculous. So, also, do you guys have any ideas for like other one-off sort of things you'd like to see? Do you guys want me to do like first impressions? Is that something that's interesting? Do you want to maybe, should I try my hand at like something more reviewish? I don't know. I'm tinkering. I'm trying new things. I don't want to tinker too much, because I don't want to change what the channel is. But if I can expand the channel a little bit and make it something more attuned to me, I think that would be fine. But time will tell. So thank you for listening, or if you've been watching, I hope you've enjoyed the small bit of gameplay from Tales of Arise. I'm digging the shit out of it. I just wish I had more time. I will be starting videos in a week. Actually, what is a week? Because I don't actually know what a week is. I'll start videos on the 11th. I'm taking this week off because I have a game to play. I'm actually working on playing a game at the moment. I'm working on catching up because I've been behind, and something happens in November and I don't want to miss it. And I've been playing this game for years and I would like to actually be current for a change. So please excuse me for this next week. I will be back bigger, better, and badder than ever. And we're going to get into more Kingdom Hearts and God knows what else. Until then, everybody, thank you for listening. Thank you for being a part of this channel. Thank you for being back here with me again after so long, and still deciding that this channel is worth your time. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. So until then, everybody, stay tuned, have a fantastic week, and I will see you all next time.